It's a little after 3:15. I have been cleaning, so excuse the way I look. I'm never going to catch my house with all the crafting and working on a bed. I'm never going to fix my house. It's just going to be a wreck for a while. Okay, today I am logging on to say thank you to somebody who legit sent me the biggest bag of jewelry I've ever received in my life. Also, just for a moment, I hope you all watched my hi Braden. I hope y'all watched my video from yesterday from Sergeant Alvin C. York's historical park where they did the World War I reenactment. It was really neat. I knew a lot of people that was there in costume. I was related to one of the cooks, which we had a big old conversation. It was great. I accidentally walked all the way to the trenches. If you saw how far that was from the main house, walked around there, took pictures because I'm going to do a newspaper story. And because the lady that runs the paper is out of pocket at a seminar this weekend, and I was like, I'll catch it for you. I've never gone and I want to go. I've been to the park millions of times because it's super close to my house, but I'd never gone to the reenactment. And so we got there for when they did the reenactment, middle of the day when they started shooting the guns, and everybody was like flinching, and I was like, what? They're shooting blanks. But it was very fun. But I walked all the way back there, walked around taking pictures, walked around the plane to take pictures, and walked all the way back and then back around the house. And I thought, wow, my legs are doing great today. And then last night at about 10 o'clock, my legs went, and I had to get up, put like 4 Lidoderm patches on my legs so that the pain was like where I could handle it. And I was like, maybe I overdid it just a little bit. So it was a fun day, though. Kim went with me. We had fun. And we actually went to a little flea market afterwards where, what did I get? I got a jar to do a diorama in and wrapping paper and a candlestick. Weird. I know, weird. But anyway, today I'm here because I want to thank Crystal for sending me, and I've already opened and got some stuff out, this big honking bag. And now, Crystal, I want you to clarify when you see this, because I'm going to go through it for the video, but I'm not going to like say, ooh, yay, until you tell me if you sent Sabrina another bag or if I need to have this with Sabrina. So I want you to clarify that because I totally will if I need to. So, hi, Millie. So I want y'all to, when you see this, Crystal, let me know if I need to have this with Sabrina because I absolutely will. This is the biggest bag I've ever gotten. So first thing she sent me was a whole lot of just tumbled gems. And y'all know my house is covered in gems. Woo! And these are so pretty. It's got some quartz in it. It's got some agate in it. It looks like it's, oh, that's pretty. That one's gorgeous. I love that one. And then that kind of looks like lapis, but it may be something else. I'm not the best. I have to kind of see the stripes and marks on stuff. Oh, this one looks like sodalite on one side, and then the other it doesn't. But these are beautiful. I love gemstones. I have them all over my house, in my windowsills. I put them on my crafts. I just kind of share the love with all the gemstones with everybody. But this is like the biggest bag that anyone's ever sent me. That looks like aventurine, but it's kind of that. I love that. It's so many different colors. I think these are so pretty. I was someone who would walk the creeks when I was wade fishing and pick up rocks when I was little. So it's been a lifelong, I've been enamored with rocks since I was tiny. It's just who I am, I think. If they made a stone that made me normal, then you wouldn't be on the internet because you would be normal. Oh, Lord. Y'all, you got to overlook the pieces of trash that get on the internet. You just have to understand that we live in a world where, bless their hearts, they think they own the internet. And we all just have to kind of go, okay, show your butt, and then move on. Now, when I supervised murderers, I got used to people that did this. You know, you talk to the district attorney, you tell people about the ISP, and especially about some of the things people say. It's here forever. It's logged forever on YouTube. Your ISP is logged forever on YouTube. So if they do come and say something that is really atrocious or really threatening, I do just spit it on down to my DA and the judge and everybody and just say, here, if y'all want to check this out, go right ahead. But people need to understand the stuff they do on the internet is there forever. And if you're not smart enough to comprehend that, enjoy prison. This is really cute. I had some of these when I was younger that you can stretch out and put the stones in and change them out. So this is really cute on a black necklace. This is very cute. And everything came in these adorable little bags. Probably my favorite part is all the adorable little bags. So all Crystal needs to do when she pops on is tell me, hey, do I need to have this with Sabrina and send it on? I know I got your message, but in my head, I didn't quite understand. This was something my jaw dropped about. This is one of these little crochet braided necklaces, and you can choke them up to as long or short as you want. And it has got the prettiest little quartz in there with a bead. Priscilla, you sent something to me, but I think it's an audio file. My phone will not open it. So you're going to have to text me because my phone's being a butthole. She also sent me some really pretty paparazzi. And I wore a ton of paparazzi when I worked in the court system. Because honestly, you never know if somebody's going to like take hold of you and knock you down. And like I had one boy try to lunge at me when we was in court prosecuting his violation of probation. And you just don't want to wear a nice jewelry that somebody's going to rip off of you. I wore a lot of paparazzi. I got a lot of compliments on my paparazzi jewelry. And it's still something that I buy today. And I think she kind of pegged my personality with this one. This is really cute. That is so my personality. A little bit extra, but a little dark too. And it comes with the little pearl earrings that go with it. That is so cute. That is so cute. Okay, I'll look on messengers then. I've been so busy today, I've not stopped moving. I've been trying to get some house stuff done. Well, I've had David here to help. I wore him out today, so I had some stuff I needed to put up on the walls in the room for like my clothes rack and stuff, and we've been going nonstop, and I'm just like, I need a break now. Oh, this is pretty. So y'all are getting kind of a first reaction because I peeked on the top, but then I thought, no, I'm going to wait and do this live so that Crystal can see. But now she does need to tell me. Have you ever heard of a lumbar drain? Is that where they take fluid off of yours? They take fluid out of your spinal cord, and it's kind of like removing some of the bone marrow and blood so that platelet numbers can go down. Yes. Nuclear med transcription and regular transcription, medical transcription, way before I was a parole officer. It has been raining off and on here too, Ashley, and it's just kind of one of those icky days. Ladybug. And I have been trying to do some like reno things in the house to get ready to clean, and I have wore myself out today. And my legs, I've got another patch on right now. I walked too much yesterday because I was like, oh, I'm doing great. I'm going to walk everywhere. I didn't sleep much last night. My legs were horrible last night. And of course, y'all know I have such trouble getting into these bags because my hands don't work. There we go. Let me in. Let me in. I want to be able to put them back in there in case you want me to share this. I couldn't understand, and it's just me. I read things and then I go, wait, what? Famous. I just need to know if she wanted me to split this with Sabrina and forward some on. Because I totally will. I'll be like, which one do you like? Which one do you want? How do I get into this thing? This is, okay, here we go. I swear, I can function as an adult half the time. Not all the time, half the time. Haha, got it. This is really pretty. This is like a duo or triple layered one. Oh, that's pretty. And it's got 3 charms on it. Is that not pretty? What does it say? Oh, it's got little drawings on it. That's pretty. The middle one's got a white stone. And the bottom one's got a white stone and filigree. That's pretty. Y'all, I took my nails off. I'm trying to let my nails heal from all the weeks I've been wearing press-on nails. Oscar, you can stop crying because I'm not paying attention to you right now. He's like, how dare you? That's very pretty. I really like the ones that are layered. Y'all, we're going to be here for a while. I'm just going to tell you. We're going to be here for a while. Okay, well, maybe that'll help her then. And plus, that'll give them a lot of stuff to test to see what else may be going on and what will, help her the most. This is one of those paparazzi layered bracelets. And I've got this taupey tan one, which looks like leather. And then I've got a pink one. These are really pretty. I've actually had one of these a few years ago. And I wore it to death. Oh, and here's one that's got the thicker stones in the middle. I really like that. That is pretty. That's very pretty. I like the different stones, and they're different levels, so they show differently. I like that a lot. That's pretty. Hey, Simple Girl. Oh my goodness. Look at this. So again, if Crystal sees this, I'll email you, but just if you see this, clarify. Am I supposed to have this with Sabrina, or did you send Sabrina something else? Because I don't care a bit to sit down with Sabrina and go, which one do you want? Don't care a bit too. Oh, this is pretty. This is very much. That is pretty. Oh, got one. There we go. Look at that. That's pretty. That would really spruce up a solid color. Of course, I have on my shirt that says off to make mistakes. And it even comes with the matching earrings. That is so pretty. That's very pretty. I like that one a lot. It's very pretty. So if you didn't watch my video yesterday about the World War I reenactment for Alvin C. York, go watch it. And if you've never watched the movie Sergeant York, it's free on YouTube. Gary Cooper plays Sergeant York. It's a very educational movie, and it will kind of give you an insight into my area and kind of the thought process in my area and kind of who we come from. I should have, after we left, if my legs had not been so sore, I should have gone just a quarter mile around, straight behind his home around the creek, and went to his grave. But I think I've shown you his grave before, because I went one time when Gypsy was down. So look at this. Oh my gosh. That's awesome. That's like outdoorsy. I'm getting skinny enough I can get it in the last snap. Hey. Oh, that is so pretty. That is beautiful. It's like a leather cuff. Oh, that's beautiful. Okay. I'm going to put it back in the bag, though, until I receive instructions from her. Because I was like, oh, she's sending me some jewelry. Thank you. And then I got this huge bag, and I was like, that's a lot of jewelry. And I was like, maybe I'm supposed to split with Sabrina, because this is a lot of jewelry. But it's beautiful. I think this is probably my favorite so far, this really rustic band cuff. Perfectly Posh. I've never heard of it, Ashley, but if you'll send me a link, I'll look at it. I've never heard, but now just because I've never heard of it doesn't mean anything. I live in Timbuktu, so I haven't heard of a lot of things. But if you'll send me a link or something, I'll look at it. This is really pretty. If I can get it out of the bag. It's not the bag, it's my hands. I did too much yesterday, and so my body's kind of short-circuiting. This would totally have been something I would have worn to court back in the day. The big, long necklace with the earrings. I would have totally worn it to court and looked like I was large and in charge, which I guess back then I was. But I love these long ones with it's got the flat spots in them too. And I would wear like solid stuff to court and let my jewelry shine and try to wear really pretty shoes. Just because when I did probation for the judge that did he was the criminal court judge, he was very picky about how he looked in court. The pro board was a little bit more lenient because they would let me come in when they put us in fatigues finally for our uniforms. They would let me come in anything. But the judge was like, no, your hair will be done, your fingernails will be done, and you will have on very nice clothes. And I was like, God, you're particular. But he was a very nice judge. But the pro board is much more lenient because half the time when I prosecuted pro warrants, I went to a prison, went in, and it was, while it was recorded, it was only voice recorded. It's because they put every time you prosecuted a pro warrant, they voice recorded it and put it on TOMAS, which is the database for records for criminals for all of Tennessee. And so anybody that needed to go back and review that, it would be there forever. So I'm prosecuting hundreds of pro warrants, and they're still recorded on TOMAS. But they didn't care what it looked like. I mean, I was presentable, but they didn't care because it was going to be voice recorded. But now, when I did probation, and I did a small probation caseload, I did mostly parole. He was very particular. He wanted your nails done, and your hair did, and he wanted you looking nice. And I was like, it's expensive, dude. But I did like my nail lady, but I don't get them done anymore because what's the point? I wear press-ons if I want to look cute because I'm not paying the money to get them done anymore because I ain't making that money anymore. Oh, this is cute. Oh, it's like coppery, which I love copper jewelry. Let me straighten my earring up here so that the angle's right there. This is adorable. That would go with a lot of fall sweaters, and it would hit about right here. That is so cute. I love this color of jewelry. I wear a lot of copper wristbands and stuff like that, so... And then if you're wondering what this is, I don't sleep well. So if I'm ever not sleeping well, I don't like to wear it because it's like one of those, as Sabrina would say, it's one of those body invasive things. But it tracks through my finger my blood pressure, and it tracks a whole lot of stuff. For diabetics, it can actually track your sugar. Hot Mess Mama wears one of these. And my nurse had been on me to get one to see how I was sleeping and to monitor how much rest I was getting because I was not resting well. And I got it, and y'all, I don't sleep good. I'm getting better, but I don't sleep. I don't sleep very good. Oh, man. This reminds me of a necklace that Gypsy made me that's like orange and a whole bunch of colors. I wear it every time I wear something I can match it with. It came with earrings, too. This is adorable. And it's almost Christmas, so this is going to be perfect for Christmas get-togethers. This is going to be great. Crystal, honey, yeah, did yourself. You did not have to do all this. Bless your heart, sweetie. Oh, I'm going to have to send you back a thank you card. But, I mean, if I need to split this with Sabrina, we will have no problem doing that. We're very good. We share rocks and everything, so... You know, a lot. I went to family court a lot, and I had, because I did the violent men, I always had men. I had a few women, and Lord have mercy, I would rather have 10 men than one woman. Just the attitude. And I don't always understand women because I grew up in a very tomboy world, so I don't always understand women. I just knew if they came in with fake nails, the more rhinestones, the more of a problem they were going to be. It was always true. I'm not lying. It was always true. But I noticed that I would have to go to family court and actually stand up because they were trying to, even though this person had been out of prison for 4 years, had not had any issues with parole, was paying their child support, was paying the restitution, was doing great, and had regular visitation like at like the children's center or something where they were wanting to have like one night a week where they could have their kid again, and they had no charges that would have impeded that. But the mother would really try to create drama and make my guys lash out, and I'd be like, don't do it. Don't give her what she wants. Behave. Center yourself. You're here for your child, not for her. Who gives a crap what she thinks about you? It's about that child and that judge, and you have to behave in a very awesome manner. And I would go in, I would take time, even though I didn't have to, I would take time and drive to family court and stand up and give a history of supervision how they were doing. And if they were employed full time and the house was good They had a lot of them lived with like grandmothers or mothers because they were fresh out of prison, and that's about the only release plan they could get approved. But I'd be like, they're in a stable home, they're in a safe home. There's nothing there that I'm concerned about, and I believe that the concerns that the mother has may be unfounded and maybe based on emotional past emotional issues. And I would request that the court look at just the physical issues here. Is the home okay? Is he not having any new charges? Is he not using any drugs? And just black and white. Would you punish this man? I don't believe he should be punished any further. And I had a lot of guys get visitation of their kids, and some guys got custody. And the mothers would get so mad at me, and they'd be like, I'll see you out somewhere. You better watch your... And I'd be like, okay, sure. It's like I get up there and I tell the truth, and it was just like I could go to like do home visits and the phone would ring 15 times and it would be the mother trying to create hostile, behavior. And I'd be like, okay, you need to get to where who's calling, caller ID, and you need to not answer. And if she calls more than 3 times, you need to start calling the law to come and take pictures of all those phone calls and get her for phone harassment. And I would teach them how to fight back because they did not know. And they thought, well, I'm a convict, I'll never see my kids again. And it irritated me. And even with what I went through with my ex-husband, who was a piece of trash on a piece of trash with mold on the piece of trash, I still, if I saw a good man, I was like, give the good man a chance. My ex-husband was a piece of trash. But there are good dads out there that just, a couple made bad decisions. But, if you really wanted to pick moms apart the way they pick dads apart, a lot of moms make bad decisions too. But I even helped a couple of women get visitation rights back that I had on my caseload. And they're all still doing very well. I do still kind of keep an eye on some of the people that I help the most. So I know they're doing well. This is beautiful. This has got 3 different strands. And it is beautiful, and it's got the pink earrings to match. This is gorgeous. And this is definitely like a cow neck or turtleneck sweater necklace. That is beautiful, and that is long. And thank goodness I'm skinny enough now to hang right. Y'all ever have that problem when you... Come on now, be honest. Y'all ever have that problem? I know y'all do. Let's see. Ashley said, yeah, one case I watched last week, the guy did 5 years of prison. Yeah. Oh, let me tell you what. They will prosecute the silliest things. Like the silliest things. And I even have gone back into the judge's chambers and been like, was that the right call? Because last week you let somebody go that had like beat his girlfriend half blind, and you were like, And I was like, this guy had a little bit of weed, and he has no prior history. Was that the right call? And he would be like, Elizabeth. And I'd be like, okay, fine. Because I would have to give him a Snickers or a Mars bar or something out of the vending machine every time I made him mad. So there was one time I made him so mad I had to come back with 2 candy bars because he was mad at me. But I was like, listen, I can't do my job unless I ask you these questions. So I'm going to ask you these questions. And now he's actually somebody that still calls and checks on me, my criminal court judge. I have some parole board friends that still call. My parole hearings official, Bernice, still checks in every once in a while and checks on me. But my criminal court judge calls and checks on me. And I thought that was sweet because I made him mad a lot. And his middle initial was E. And nobody knew what it stood for except for me because I'm from the area he's from. And so I'd be like, how you doing, Earl? And he'd be like, and I'd be like, ooh. I get in so much trouble. It was worth it though. I give him grief, but he knew I loved him. He was a good judge. I only disagreed with him once, and I told him I disagreed with him, and I told him, since I disagree with you, I don't think I should be the person to supervise this man because I don't agree with your sentence. And I didn't buy him a Hershey bar that day. I was mad at him, so I just walked out. But then the man's wife got cancer, and I got him like 5 out of 7 days out so he could take her for treatment. So he was supposed to spend like 6 years in, and I was like, he has no history. The boy came and said he was going to kill him. He protected himself in his own home. How did you even arrive to that conclusion? And he said, well, he had a gun on him. Obviously, he was looking for trouble. I was like, dude, if I'm not here a lot, I have a gun on me. If I'm out, if I'm on my property or I'm in, like my brother had a hunting lodge back then. If I'm out there, you don't know what you're going to run across. Am I looking for trouble? And he started thinking, and he was like, okay, I might have made a mistake. So he eased up on that guy's sentence. And that guy's done fine. He finished his sentence, got off probation. He gave himself grief because he just meant to scare the boy, but where the boy was running at him and he only had time to hit his pistol, it went in here, but it came out down here. It just hit off and bounced off his skull. And when the ambulance got there, he had him wrapped in the house, just praying for Jesus to save him. This man was not a mean man. And I told the judge, I said, somebody come in my house and said they're going to kill me and run at me with a knife, I'd have made a better shot. And I'd be here too. And he said, I didn't quite make the best call. And I said, no, you went in there with a preconceived notion. And I said, you can't do that. And I said, he was not violating any of the law. I said, he had every right to have that gun on his property, checking fence lines. And I said, that boy came to create problem. He'd assaulted him twice before. The boy's dad was in prison. The boy had done time in prison. The boy had grown up in foster care. He was constantly in juvie. The boy was a problem. And so we got him to ease up on that sentence, and we did a PCR, post-conviction relief trial. And so we got that eased up, and his wife did survive the cancer, and they're doing well. And probably as long as I ever see them in public when I go to the neighboring county, I'll probably always get hugs. This was huge silver rings. Did you see it when I held it up? This is one of those statement pieces. That's one of those that you wear to like church. And if you go to like a county commission meeting or, one of those women's club meetings. We used to have a gardening club here with the Methodist women. We don't do that anymore.
Yeah,
they do. They do?
Yeah.
They don't put it in the paper anymore. I used to have to type it to put it in the paper. I thought it was the most boring thing when I was sitting there typing about the garden club. And now I'm at the age where I joined a garden club. Strange things have happened. I spent all day Thursday at the newspaper office using her computer to edit Jess's pictures, which I will do a slideshow here soon. And it felt like I was working again. And the younger boy that works for her that was at the computer ahead of me, he would lean back and go, what's this word? He was trying to type recipes that the kids had written in like kindergarten, first grade for how to cook a turkey that was going in the paper. And he was like, psst, what's this word? Then I was like, oh, thermometer. He's like, oh my gosh, and I was like, hey, I used to do this too. I was like, believe me. I said, I can still type recipes from the church recipe books just completely out of my brain. And he was just dying laughing. He goes, these kids just stress me out. He said, I want to get them all right. But he said, I never know what they're writing. Yeah, a lot of them do just need a chance. They need someone to provide a little bit of structure, someone to hold them accountable, someone to remind them about bad behavior and the consequences of bad behavior. And they need somebody to kick their butt a little bit. And that's really all I did. And then if they want to be, if they have the inkling in them to want to be good, they will change. And if they don't, you'll know it. And you'll know that there's nothing you can do to help them. And you'll just have to write a warrant and send them back. I never enjoyed writing warrants because I really hope that everybody would do well. But they don't always do well. But the ones that do well, they shine. And when they choose to leave a life of crime and to become a decent human being, like a really productive, decent human being, I think they shine brighter than anyone else. Anyone that's had a complete great track record, I think they shine better than that. I've got one that, oh, he made me mad. I tried so hard with him, and oh, he made me mad. And he knows he made me mad. I had to write a 17-page parole warrant. And if y'all have never written a parole warrant, okay, 5 pages is horrendous. 17 pages is what the crap were you thinking? And if you can't behave any better, I'm laying it all on you. And he got mad at me, but I said, listen, I said, I tried. I said, if you were a horse, you'd be a mule, sit back and tugging the other way. I said, I cannot pull you. I said, across the finish line, you have to do it yourself. And I said, unless you care enough about yourself, and he just had a baby, or she might have just been pregnant. I said, if you don't care enough about you and the baby, I said, I can't make you care. I said, you're going to have to sit in prison and think about this. I said, because you have the ability to be a great person. I said, but you don't bring that out first. You bring out the crap. And I said, if you get another release plan option, we'll try it. I said, but I really think you need to flatten and come off responsible to nobody and just try to start life again. Well, he did flatten. He took me at my word. He said, no, I don't want a parole option. He flattened. Smart man. He came out, and I told him, I said, when you come out, you need to go back to structure. You need to find a job. And I said, you need to not give yourself any free time. All your time needs to be structured because you don't do well with free time. He came out. He immediately went back to lifting weights. He loved to lift weights, which I used to love to lift weights. He got a job. He got back with the mother of his child. They got married. And now his little boy is in 6th grade. And every time he goes to a sporting event, he will like send me a message and be like, I got to attend this because you put me in prison and I figured it out. He's like, thank you. He's like, if you hadn't put me in prison, I still would be probably doing crap and not part of his life. And I'm like, no, I just did the warrant. You did the work, you know. But he will always send me like, thank you. On Mother's Day, he said, happy Mother's Day. He said, I just thought of you today because I get to be a dad because of you. And he said, you mama henned me. And he said, it worked. And I was like, well, thank you. I appreciate that. And you think you hide from these people, but they find you. If they want to tell you something, they'll find you. I mean, these people are smart. If they put the effort into being smart that they did into being stupid, they'd all be rocket scientists. But sadly, they don't all know where to put their energy. So, but I got tickled. I've actually been trying to get him to do a call-in StreamYard, you know, screen by screen, so y'all can meet somebody that completely changed their life. And I've also been trying to get Chris Stringer, the musician, to come on and do a live music session with us. But he's terribly shy. He looks like a Viking, but he's terribly shy. But I'm really working on these two to tell their story because it's a very powerful story about how they overcame a whole lot. And it took prison, but they still came back and overcame everything. And I was always terrified to send people to prison, afraid they'd learn new bad habits, but most of them did really well. This is pretty. This is like a turquoise vine, and it's got the chain earrings that match the chain. I like the chain earrings. I wear a lot of those too. That's very pretty. That would look pretty on a sweater that had those colors in it. Do I have a sweater with that? I do. I wear a lot of teal and turquoise. Maybe she's noticed that. She's very aware if she's noticed that. That's very pretty. Y'all, we're still going. I'm still in this bag. Oh my goodness. Do I have earrings in? No, I don't. I had to check. I think I had some in yesterday. Oh my gosh. Okay, this reminds me of, okay, look at these. Look at these. They're awesome. These remind me of KT Oslin. Hang on. Don't fall. 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 Hang on. Work hand. My hand don't work. There we go. Hang on. Hang on. You've not got the whole concert yet. Just wait for it, okay? Just wait. See if this brings back any memories for y'all. Ready? See these big things? Because we're 80s ladies. Ain't much these 80s ladies ain't tried. Y'all remember that song by KT Oslin? Oh, look at these. I look, well, if I had a better hairdo, I would look refined. If I had a pretty bun and all my hair up, I would look refined. I like these. I like big statement pieces because I'm a big heifer, so I can pull off big statement pieces. I like these a lot. These are cute. Crystal, you're very good with jewelry. I mean, this is cute. Don't worry. If I have to have them with Sabrina and she likes these, I'll alcohol them. But, I mean, we're kind of beyond that. When she comes here, we kind of finish each other's meals. So she's just kind of like the sister I never had. I've been missing her a lot lately. I've been trying to get my room cleaned up, and that's what we've been working on today, actually. He hung my clothes hanger up. Looks like an industrial pipe. Oh, it's going to be pretty. For my church clothes and dresses and stuff. And we're trying to get that cleaned up, so she wants to come down. The room is clean because that poor room has been a catch-all with everything that's going on in this house this year. Of course, I wasn't here for most of it, so things got kind of put back there. Oh, this is pretty. What does it say? It says blessed. Oh, look. It says blessed, and it looks like rose quartz and like, kind of like, well, it's kind of mixed. So it looks, But it's kind of mimicking rose quartz and some like aventurine or something. It says blessed on that. Isn't that pretty? Look at that. That is so pretty. I do like the beads thing. I had 3 purple ones on yesterday, and I took them off and I went to bed last night. So normally my jewelry just sticks with me forever. The crazy neighbor that is across the pasture that was the one that was shooting at me, she has decided that when she wants to go get high, she needs to leave the area. So I'm cool with that because she knows I will call the law. And if the law won't come, I'll just live stream it so they can look like jerks. I ain't got no problem doing that. The other neighbor, bless her heart, she's not as lethal as she is just stupid. So she thinks I'm scared of her, but I'm like, if you could spell your threats correctly, I might be scared. But if you can't spell your threats correctly, I just don't have a lot of faith that you know what you're doing. That may be rude, but But it's been pretty quiet. Especially since I've been back, it's been really quiet. And I don't think they kind of knew where I was. So I think they've been pretty quiet the whole time. But like the courts did nothing. They absolutely did nothing. And with the district attorney, the state's prosecutor we have up here, who might as well be a wet noodle, we all knew it wasn't going to happen. He used to be a public defender, and he wasn't worth a pound of shit on a scale. Just gonna be honest, okay? So I knew when I had to deal with him, nothing was going to happen because he did not like me, because I held people's nose to the law, and he was one of those that liked to circumvent the law, and I didn't. Yeah, we didn't like each other. This has a tassel at the bottom. Then it has this, and then it has one single bead right there, and then it has the little beads. This is beautiful. And I'm finally skinny enough where these will actually wear right and hang right. So that's very pretty. That is also a sweater necklace. Gosh almighty, this bag just keeps going. Crystal, honey, you outdid yourself. And I certainly don't expect this. I appreciate you thinking of me, but I certainly don't expect this. I'm just on here to try to give you a reprieve from all the other channels that are crazy. And just meet a normal person that you can just sit down and like chit chat with and craft with. Yeah, Ashley, you like that? Yeah. My mouth's got ahead of me though for 5 seconds. It does it a lot. But you never have to wonder about what's on my mind. I tell you, it'll come right out. As my mother says, I was born without a backspace, edit, or delete button. It's very true. But he knows I think he's sorry. And he knows I don't like him. And the couple times we had to go up there to talk to him about it, he was just combative and arrogant. And I just kind of quipped him. I just don't care for him. This is another one of those copper colored ones. You know, if my hands worked. This is cute. This is like 60s mod flowers in copper. Isn't that cute? That is so cute. That's one of those fun ones you can wear with almost anything. I dropped the bag. Oh, my back. I started packing the twins' stockings today because I have to mail them. And so I've got other stuff coming in, but I started packing them and I wrote their names on them and they're drying. And Christmas is real now because I've started. I've had a little tree up for my ornaments I've made, but it's not hit me that Christmas is happening. Ooh, yes, please. Statement earrings. Oh my. Those are, oh wait, let's do an errand. I don't know. What is it? How'd you say it? I don't know. I don't know. How does she, I love it when she says I don't know. Those are awesome. Look at that. Those are going to be pretty. Put my hair up. Oh, those are pretty. And I have a lot of that red burgundy kind of color stuff. Oh my gosh, those are pretty. I don't know. That's what she does. Bless her heart. I feel sorry for her because I know she likes to shop, but I can't imagine working a full-time job, which it seems like her job is kind of, they give her a lot of freedom as long as she makes her deadlines and stuff. And I can understand that. I can't imagine having a full-time job, coming home doing videos, trying to keep up with the enormous mess that Temu can make in your home, which I completely understand. And I don't know how she does it. And I know sometimes she looks very tired. And I'm like, honey, just take a night off. Like last night she didn't film. And I was like, good, she needs a rest. But I'm sitting here going, she did so good on that one video that was like 2 hours long. And I'm like, I'm not monetized, so I don't care. But I was like, if you really need the money, then do like 2 videos a week. Do them like on Monday and Friday or Tuesday and Saturday. Make them 2 hour long. Don't shop every day. Shop and set it aside, and then do like a longer video. Talk more in between because we like to listen to her talk because she's funny without trying to be funny. She's just one of those that's just a comedic genius without even knowing she's a comedic genius. Especially the try-on haul, and she's always putting herself down, but when she tried those clothes on, she's gorgeous. She's beautiful. If I had her body, I'd be like, excuse me, please, I own the world, okay? I don't have that body. Now, in pictures and videos, I'm looking smaller, and if you looked at me standing by the plane in that video, my shirt was swallowing me whole because I need to size down a lot more, and I was just trying to wear stuff that I hadn't worn. But if I had her body, she's gorgeous. She was beautiful in that video. She was so terrified that she wouldn't look good. And I thought, we women really need to stop caring if people think we're pretty, and we just need to be okay with our bodies and go on. And that's kind of how I am. I'm just me. If you don't like me, go on. If you do like me, just don't be inappropriate. Are you snoring? Dave's snoring. He'll call Geese in a minute. Go, oh, listen. Do you hear him?
Sorry.
We were waiting for you to call Geese. Oscar was even sitting there looking at him like, do it. This is pretty. Now, this is one of those that's got those little loop-de-loops that can go either way. And so when you wear it, you have to kind of do this and twist in the right way. I think I had one of these, but it was like a brown color. And I think it was one that I wore to court a lot. And I remember I got a lot of compliments when I had one like this. But I think it had different earrings with it. That's been an eternity ago, like 7 to 10 years ago. So, but like all these women would want their husbands to buy them all this expensive jewelry, and I was like, don't. This stuff lasts forever. It wears really nice. You can express your personality without going broke. And I think paparazzi jewelry is fun. I think it's fun. I think it's very nice. A lot of people never know it's paparazzi. They honestly half the time think you've gotten something somewhere else. And I had a woman one time tell me this. It made me so mad. Oh, it made me so mad. She goes, she asked me what makeup I wore. And I was like, well, sometimes I'll go to Merle Norman during the winter because I turn like porcelain. And they had the only porcelain foundation that would match me. And it was like $28. And let me tell you what, I screamed inside when I bought it. But it was the only one that was wide enough for me because I was inside in prisons and courtrooms all the time. I didn't get any sun. And she goes, oh. And then one time she said, what else do you wear? And I said, well, I normally just get like Maybelline or something from Walmart. And she goes, I have to go to a counter to get my makeup. Well, you know, at the counter, they sell you the same thing that they put in the store, you idiot. She didn't like me too much after that. But I didn't care for her either, so that's fine. But I thought, what is the big point in trying to like put each other down over stupid stuff like that? I mean, good Lord. It's meant to express yourself in whatever you can buy, afford, want, and leave other people alone. This is a wrap bracelet. It is in a navy color. Navy goes with tons of colors. I'm learning about how to use navy appropriately. So you can see it really good on the back side. This is a wrap one. It goes around twice. And I really like these because they add bulk without adding like a whole bunch. Like it adds bulk without adding a whole bunch. Let me get it snapped here. I'll put it on the last one. Then you got to turn it around. You got to get it on and turn it around. It adds both without adding a whole lot of height on your wrist. So these are really nice. Kim actually bought me one of these in maroon a couple years ago, and I wear it quite often. It stays front and center because when I want to put one on, and that would probably match with that one really good. It's like a darker maroon. Oh, it's not the same beadwork, but it would match. I may have to wear them together. Find me a shirt that I can wear them together with. Well, it's going to be sweater weather, and I have a horse tunic that I think they'll both match with. I really do like to put outfits together, but I never go anywhere, so what's the point? And then yesterday, I knew I was going to have to walk through a cattle field, so I wore boots. And it was fun, though. Yesterday was a really fun event. I just overdid it. I walked too much, and my legs were really bad last night, and I didn't sleep very good. I had to lidoderm patch up. I had to put like 4 on me. Okay, we're getting down to the end. I think we've got one more. We got one more. That was a huge bag of jewelry, y'all. That's a huge bag. Let's see if I can get into this. So if you have seen the video yesterday and you did like it, you should go on YouTube and look up Sergeant York. Gary Cooper played Sergeant York, and watch the movie, and you will understand my area better. And oh my gosh, these are so pretty. Oh goodness, look, they're like little dangly down stars or trees or limbs. Look at that. Well, here. Oh, they're so shiny, it's hard to get a good look at that. Isn't that pretty? My horrible nails. I need to put new nails on, but I've been trying to let them breathe for a day or two. Those are pretty. Those that go with a really like Christmas dinner at a nice place. That's pretty. When you can like pizzazz it up. Which I do like to wear jewelry. I just, when I'm cleaning the house, I don't. But there are days when I get up and put on really nice outfits. And then I'm like, should I have done that? Because then I'm like, I'll wreck it cleaning the house. This is another, and I swear this, I don't know, this looks like Sodalite to me. This is the bracelet that goes with that necklace. And I swear it looks like it's got Sodalite in it, but that may be wrong. I'm still learning, okay? Ouch. Sabrina has almost got me to be a connoisseur of gems, but I swear that looks kind of like a Sodalite. It may be something else, though. Sodalite can kind of masquerade itself as a few other things if you don't know quite what to look for, but I think that looks like Sodalite. Isn't that pretty? And these don't wear really high. They're easy. They just pull them loose. Like I talk like I've had one before, but I mean, I've had the bracelets that do this. You put them on, and what I do is I pull one side and I stick it under my finger, and then I pull it tight, and it really does not get stuck on anything. You'd think it would be like a high profile that you would really struggle with, but it doesn't. It doesn't get hung on anything, and that stays really good. And now you get to take your gemstone with you all day. I like these. I thought that was a good one to end on because it matched the first one of the first ones we took out. So if Crystal sees this, the question is, because I read the email, but I think I read too deep into it. So do I need to share this with Sabrina and forward some to Sabrina? And if so, absolutely fine. I will get on a iPad call with her and hold it up and be like, which one do you want? Which one do you want? I have no problem sharing with Sabrina. And if so, just let me know and I'll get it done. Otherwise, I'm going to leave them on the bags until I make sure of that. I will try to email you back, but if you see this, just put it in the comments. This was an exceptionally large amount of jewelry. It's very sweet of you. I certainly don't expect this, but it's very sweet of you. I'm going to be sending you a Christmas card back, and I may be snoring again. Do you hear him snoring? He snores and rocks himself in his sleep. It's kind of funny. But I would definitely will be getting something back to you as a thank you for this. This was super sweet of you. I don't expect anybody to send me anything, but like I said the other day, moderators, Ashley, Priscilla, I can say it all. Ashley, Priscilla, Denise, gosh, I have so many. Leba Cats. I think Leba Cats is one of my moderators. Anyway, I've got 4 or 5. If you've got a wrench, either email me at watersworkload@gmail.com, or if you have me on Facebook message me, send me your current address, because I'm going to start sending stuff out. I've got just a few little things together to say thank you, and I want to get those sent out so you can have them for the holiday season. Nothing big, because I have to do like 6 of the things, but I do want you to have a little piece of something from me for Christmas. So please get me in your addresses. Don't put them in the comments. We don't want everybody to know where you are. Don't do that. But either email to watersworkload@gmail.com, or Facebook me if you have me on Facebook. And if you're looking for me on Facebook, it's under Elizabeth Waters. I don't hide. He almost called the geese. Did you hear that? I don't hide. So you're more than welcome. And if I can recognize you, or if you send me a message and say it's so-and-so, I don't care a bit to add you and keep in touch. But get me your information so that I can get something to you for Christmas, because I want to get them out fairly early, because I do also have stuff to send to my grandbabies in Georgia and a whole bunch of stuff going out. So I'm going to try to space it so it doesn't hit me all at once. So get me that stuff. But Crystal, you outdid yourself. This was not expected, but so appreciated. And just let me know if I need to split this with Sabrina, which is perfectly fine. If I do, we'll have a fun time going through it and splitting it. But this was just a beautiful haul of jewelry, especially the gemstones. I really appreciate that. And y'all bless me every day, and I can't thank yous enough. And it keeps me going, even on my really bad health days. I have really good days, and I want to share those days with you. But when I have the really bad days that I don't always share with you, just know that y'all still keep me going. I rewatch videos. I reread the comments. I check in with y'all that I do talk with regularly, and it keeps me going. And I really appreciate it. I really appreciate it. Probably one of the biggest, I guess, one of the people that really has just touched me the most, probably Denise. Denise and I go through a lot of health issues together. We kind of, one of us is doing good and then one of us is doing bad. We kind of bounce back and forth. And she's one of the strongest women I know. She is determined to just keep going, and she's determined to face everything just head on and keep going. And I get a lot of strength from her and her attitude about life. She just takes it as it is and she goes on. And I learn a little bit from each and every one of you. Ashley teaches me patience, because she's got a lot going on and she absorbs a lot of knowledge and she sits back and thinks about it. Leba Cats is someone who has a different perspective than I do, but it's always the perspective I wish I had thought I'd had. So she's kind of like my secondary. Let's question her, because she'll think of something I didn't think of that I wished I would have thought of. She's got a really analytical mind, and it shows in the work that she does as well. Priscilla is someone that keeps me absolutely honest, and she calls and talks to me about problems, and we just kind of keep each other honest, and we just deal with the dirt and go on. And sometimes you just need somebody to talk to about that crap. And so she and I kind of keep each other going when the crap hits the fan, and that's, kind of how we go. Gypsy and I are probably 2 people that are very similar. I think we may have been split at birth. And she's not having the best time right now. So if we could all just send up some prayers for Gypsy. She's struggling a little bit right now. And I'm going to try to go visit her as soon as my doctors will turn me loose and stop doing EKGs and blood work. They're driving me nuts. So I'm wanting to go and visit her as soon as I can shake the doctors and get my physical therapy schedule rerouted. I'm wanting to go visit Gypsy. She is somebody that has the maximum capacity for love. And I don't always have that. I mean, y'all think I do, but I don't. I don't always have that. I have cutoff points at times. And so I always enjoy spending time with her, because she is just constantly the person that has a maximum capacity to look for the good in others. Sometimes to the point where she forgets to look at herself. And so I have to remind her sometimes, look at yourself. You're beautiful too. And so that's kind of the back and forth we play. She reminds me to look for the good, and then I remind her to see the good in herself. I've had so many people here that have taught me so much. Pocahontas, when she comes on, she constantly says stuff that I'm sometimes not even aware of. And so she gives me more stuff to go down a rabbit hole and follow. I've got so many of you guys that pop on and teach me a lot. And I really appreciate that. I hope I just maybe teach you a little bit about Appalachia and maybe make you giggle a little bit and let you know that you can come on the internet and not have 5 hours of makeup on And you don't have to present yourself like a Barbie doll. You can just present yourself as a person and say, hey, I need to have a person to person contact for now. I need to talk to somebody, or I have something to share that may help you, or let's just have a cup of tea and hash out what is occurring. That is kind of what this is for me, because I am mostly at home due to my disorder. And so this has become like a bonus social circle, but I have to stress again, it's very important to maintain those physical connections in your community with people. There's no replacement for that. But this is a really nice boost sometimes on the days when I'm struggling to have the leg power or the energy to get out and go and see somebody, which sometimes I can stay in this house for 4 to 6 weeks at a time if I'm very ill. So this has been a great outlet. But don't forget to always build a physical relationship with somebody, with community members, and to be active in your community and know people. There's no replacement for that. This box is not a replacement for that. But I do appreciate every one of you. You teach me something. That's why I try to keep it personal. And most of you I have come to know in real life. So I really appreciate the wonderful people that seems to come to this channel, gravitates here and drop some knowledge and some kindness. I appreciate that. And every once in a while we get a rogue little turd, and I take care of the bots, and y'all get a laugh out of that. So, but a lot of it is just, it's just been a huge blessing for me. And that's, if I can just do a little bit of that for y'all, that's what I'm here for. So yeah, I'm going to do the slideshow of Jess's engagement photos. That will be coming up later today or early tomorrow. And then we're going to try to get back to crafting, because I can't clean my kitchen until I get it all crafted. And it looks like I'm nesting. So we've got to get back to that. So that's number one priority right there. I've got to get this crafting done. But I guarantee you that as soon as I figure out what I'm doing with the jewelry, I will be having some awesome holiday outfits where I'm rocking some jewelry. So Crystal, let me know what you want me to do, and then I'm going to rock some jewelry and show you how I would put these with some of my clothes items and mix and match, especially for the holidays. So we've got a fun time coming up. Don't forget, it's more about family and interpersonal relationships and kindness to others than it is about gifts and getting noticed and all that stuff. So make sure you keep yourself adjusted correctly for the holidays so that you receive a blessing instead of expecting so much more. I kind of go into it expecting nothing, and that way I know I'm going to get a blessing. So that's the best way I know to roll. I just go out to see people, and if I get something bonus in the long run, that's makes my whole day. So that's it for today. Thank you, Crystal. Honey, you didn't have to do that, but I appreciate it, and it's beautiful, and I will love each and every piece, and I will share with Sabrina. If you want me to, I will share with Sabrina. I couldn't tell if I needed to share or you would send another package to just clarify. Don't care a bit to share. Me and Sabrina get along great that way. But I really appreciate this. I will put it to good use, and I will thank you every time I wear a piece. I will think about you. And one of the nicest gifts I've ever received. So thank you so much. Everybody be good to each other. Hi, Simple Girl. Oh, thank you. Well, I think y'all are amazing. I think y'all are amazing. And I'm proof that you don't have to be gorgeous to be on YouTube. Just be yourself. I do try sometimes to put on makeup, but honestly, if I have something important to say, I don't care what I look like. I'm just going to tell you. And it's more important that you get the information than how I look when I give it to you. And I hope that's a big thing that I stress too, because we all don't walk around looking like Mama Tot. We just don't. I don't have that kind of time. I don't have that kind of energy. So be yourself. Be glad to be yourself. And the people that gravitate to you because you are yourself will be the people that enhance your life for the right reasons. So that's kind of how I roll. But I had a great day yesterday. Yeah, we sure don't. Had a great day yesterday. My legs are kicking my butt because I walked way too much. But 5 years ago, I couldn't have done that. So I'm proud of myself. And I will eventually work the stiffness and soreness out. But I've got patches on right now. So but I'm doing okay. And I'm going to rest today and try to get that slideshow of pictures out to you. And then we'll start back the crafting tomorrow probably. I've got physical therapy at some point. And I've got to write that small thing for the paper. But tomorrow, Tuesday, we've got to get another crafting session done. I made a wreath off camera, don't hate me. But I've got another wreath to make, and then I've got more ornaments coming in, and I've got just some smaller items to coming in. And then I've got to do some gnomes. Almost hate to say that, but I've got to make some gnomes. I've made one as a practice gnome. He's a bigger guy. I'll show him to you when I craft. But I've got to get back to making gnomes. As bad as I hate to say that, I've got to make more gnomes. So we're going to have Gnomapalooza again this year. Just be prepared. I have a whole bag of fur behind me for beards. We're going to be making gnomes again. I've slightly augmented the way I put them together, and I make them much larger, but we're making gnomes again. So get prepared. Get ready to gnome up. Here we go. Some of them I think I'm going to put a little candle in your hands, and then when people screw them in tight, they come on. But I'm making them big. They're big. They're big enough to hold these and look like they're holding a little candle. So making all sizes, but I'm making bigger ones. And I've got just some odds and ends to put together. So we still got a lot to do. And I'm sure I'll come up with a lot more stuff. I've got some wine bottles that were given to me. I'm going to crush, mix with Mod Podge and glue, and make Christmas trees on barn lumber. I've never done it, but I'm going to try it. The egg carton mushrooms turned out great. So I'm all about trying new things now. I've gotten so many compliments on the people that have saw those mushrooms. So we're going to try some more new stuff. I've got stuff that I need to use, so I'm creating ways to use them for crafts. So the lady that gave me all those wine bottles, I still have some. I still have a lot. And so I'm going to try to crush them, and the colored ones, and make wreaths or trees, Christmas trees. And then she made something else, but I can't remember what it was. I'm gonna have to watch her video again. But she made some really cute stuff, and it was just Elmer's glue, Mod Podge, and crushed up glass. And she crushed it up to where it wouldn't cut you. And I thought, I can do that. So I might not be able to do that, but we're gonna see. We're gonna find out. We're gonna try. We don't know until we try. So we'll try. And if I bomb it, learn lesson. I put a wrinkle in my brain. We're all good. So hang on for that one. That might be something that some of y'all might want to make. And it's pretty simple. Y'all might want to make for family members. They're really cute too. And you can even put lights in them if you want to from the back. If you want to screw through the barn lumber, you can even put lights in them to make the glass shine. I'm not going to do that. But if y'all want to do that, you're more than welcome to. But we've got lots of stuff to do. And I actually have the buffalo teeth jewelry to put together. I'm waiting on one more item. The thing I want to make the most is taking the longest to get here, as always. And then we've got some more resin jewelry to make. So we've got a lot to do, and I've got to clean my house because it looks like it's about to take flight. But it's Christmas, and this is just what happens right before Christmas. Then when I get all this done, I'll clean it up, and I'll put the Christmas tree, and I'll try to forget about all the days I spent crafting and just try to enjoy them. So I do have to get it all done before the first weekend in December, because that's Grinchmas. So we're on the home stretch, y'all. So here we go. If you want to learn how to do some weird crafts, we're going to be trying a lot of them really quickly. So if you want to watch me and learn vicariously and see if it's something you want to do, we're going to be doing a lot of it here very, very soon. And I might even come up with a few different things, little smaller things, just to add some small stuff that I think might be easier for y'all to do and try at home. Because I know I have a lot of craft stuff laying around that other people might not have. So I'm thinking about making snowmen out of these, because I've got like 12, enough for like 4 snowmen. So we'll see what I get to. I was going to use them under the mushrooms, but I didn't need to, so I got hot glue. So I've got to find something to do with these. I'm thinking snowman or snowman faces, make little felt hats, and do ornaments. But I've got a lot of extra stuff that I just need to find a way to use. So that's what the next 3 weeks are going to be about. And I hope y'all have fun watching me possibly crash and burn at some of these, but also succeed and make some really cool stuff. Both will happen, I'm sure, and I hope you enjoy both. Go ahead and laugh at me if I crash and burn, because I will too. That's where I am. Okay, I'm going to put my jewelry haul back up. Thank you again, Crystal. You're a sweetie pie. Expect a thank you in the mail. And everybody, mods, get me your addresses via email or Facebook, and so I can get your stuff out. And I'll see you Monday or Tuesday, depending on how long it takes me to write that little article for the paper. And we'll start crafting again. And then I'm going to have to clean my house. Okay, y'all have a great day. Go watch my last video again, and then go watch Sergeant York. It's free on YouTube. Gary Cooper plays Sergeant York. Learn a little bit more about my area. It's a great movie. You won't regret watching it. Okay, I'm going to go and probably join David in snoring for a few minutes. I'm going to go snore in the end of the house. So y'all have a good day. Take a Sunday nap and then make dinner. Bye, guys. My dog speaks English. Here he